Everybody, welcome in. Gonna flip this camera over on TikTok, not flip it, mirror it. And yeah, packing stuff the last 48 hours. Sold stuff on all platforms. Let me know how your sales have been. I know we're just coming in, but those who have watched it before, how your sales have been. I've had people message me saying their sales are down. What are some suggestions? I would just say promote, cross list, all that sort of stuff. Make sure you're sending out offers, all that. eBay 21 items, Poshmark 11 items, Mercari 3, Depop 1. But the one Depop was for $40, which is great. You guys know me. What's up, Brad? Brad said hi to Brad. What's up, Brad? Rolling Stones, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is new, everybody? What's new over here? We started soccer practice yesterday. It was freezing cold out. I'm still freezing. Slow. How do you like Droop? What's Droop? What's Droop? Are those weekend sales or one day? Those were 48 hours. So Monday morning, I pack and ship. And then Wednesdays, usually I pack and ship. I have 1 to 3 days shipping on my eBay store. So I do 1 to 3 days. Yesterday, I thrifted all day. And I'm packing this morning. I'll send stuff out. So 48 hours. Good morning, Juliet. Morning, hope vacay was good. What's up, Cars Closet? Vacay was good. I mean, vacation's always good. Let me tell you, cruises, I love cruises, always have. But especially now when you have kids, a third grader and a kindergartner, and they go to kids club and they like the kids club, is great. Game over. Bye. Have fun. What's up, coworker? What all you coworkers? Sales are good. Good morning, Leisha. All right. Let's go ahead, knock out that Depop right off the bat. Pair of Brooks running shoes. You guys know me. I don't even take the number off the bottom. I'm so professional. 9 red. The color was red for the week. 9 red, $9 is what I paid for them, and they sold for $40 on Depop. I'm going to ship these out in a priority envelope. Not a priority envelope, just a regular envelope. Regular envelope. Good morning on the grind. I know. On the grind so early. I did not want to get up this morning. I don't know why. Just did not want to get up. Didn't. Yeah, so these sold for $40. I like to look for Brooks. They have to have decent tread on the bottom. These have really good tread. But decent tread on the bottom, and I'm picking them up. Especially if they were only like 3 years old or newer. That's kind of what I'm looking for with Brooks. 3 years old or newer. And that's that. How do I like Depop? I mean, I don't love it, but I got a $40 sale. And I bought these for $9. So made about $25. And if I do that 3 more times, it pays for my Nifty. That's just how I look at things. So if I just have one extra platform, doesn't do that well, but it pays for a service of mine, then I'm good with that. But I have people who sell just on Depop, and they make their full-time selling on Depop. Vintage clothes, though. Vintage clothes. Shout out, Jack, wherever you are. What's up, Howdy? What's up, Angry? How are you doing? You're not angry. You're never angry. Do you have a P.O. box when you ship to buyers or your actual home address? I'm stressing over this. Good question, House of Investing. I have a P.O. box. My wife was stressing out over that for a while. Once I got into clothing and started selling a lot more, she was like, I don't like returns. I don't like all that sort of stuff on our porch. People knowing our address, which anyone can find that out. But yeah, I got a P.O. box. And just remember, a P.O. box is a write-off. I can tell you all the write-offs right now because they just paid my taxes this week. But yeah, P.O. box is a write-off. I have a P.O. box, if that makes you feel better. I use Nifty to relist my eBay items. Now that my store has more than 250 items, I'm being charged 35 cents after I use my 200 free listed. Should I be switching to store membership on eBay? Yes. Leroy, yeah, you need to be looking at getting a store on eBay for sure at this point. And that's also a tax write-off. I'm just talking about Nifty is, that is, a P.O. box is. But yeah, always angry, Gern. No, you're not. No, you're not. All right. Let's just do Mercari next. Get that out of the way. I sold a couple of these. Indianapolis 500. It's coming up in just a month. And you're not going to find these around your town, but I always suggest you find something that's nationally known. Maybe that's like a Nike emblem. Maybe it's a golf course. Maybe if you live near Daytona 500, or, you know, whatever. But this is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, largest sporting event, one-day sporting event in the world. Oh, and that sold for $19.80. So that was a Nifty offer. Nifty sent out an offer and someone took it. Hey, thanks for the, I see you guys gave little presents or hearts. And I also realized that when I was printing out my eBay orders, so this is a mistake I made. I have a bunch of these and it printed out on Mercari UPS, which tells me I have them entered in at a kind of high rate, or weight, I mean. So when I printed my label off eBay, same shirt, I saw it was like 1 pound, 8 ounces, which is way off. It should be just like 8 ounces or 10 ounces. So I'm going to have to go back in, and I bet you I'll get more sales once that happens with those. But that's got to go over there. That's UPS. Also, I sold a pair of Danner boots, and those sold for $115. I have to pack those up separately. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to pay to play, but it's worth it because you're probably paying more now in fees. But you'll make that money up. You're talking about using Nifty and having the relist. You'll make that money up in just a week. All right. Next item. Built. Got these new tags at a Goodwill. New tags at the Goodwill, $3.99. Built BYLT. I've never seen the board shorts, but now we all know they make them. They make them. These sold for $28. $28. Stephanie, what's up? Thanks for popping in. What's up here? We're just packing. We're grinding, packing, playing for the day. Pack. Take some pictures. Check out the markets. Exercise. Thrift a little. The use. You know, the use. Of course, list some things. But I do that all day long, especially at night. Okay, so Built swim trunks. Be on the lookout for Built swim trunks. They sell. Those sold pretty quickly, too. It's that time of year. What's up, DC? DC, it's been a minute. I joined Nifty with your link. Mercari will not connect for whatever reason. I have to try again. Yeah. If you have any issues with Nifty, once you're first signing up or whatever, just contact their customer service. They're really good. They'll get back to you right away. Yeah. When I first signed up, I didn't have Mercari or Poshmark or Depop. I was only on eBay. And so I had to get those rolling too. Poshmark shut me out. They paused my account because they thought I was a bot because I was cross-listing so many items one night. Poshmark resolved that in a day. Mercari, yeah, I had to figure out a couple things with Mercari, but yeah, it all works out. Amy, I have so many shoes and so many boxes for you, just for you, girl. Plus a store, you can do marketing campaigns. There you go. Yeah, Angry Otter. When you have a store, you can do marketing campaigns, all sorts of stuff. And you can have a nice looking storefront. Good morning, Dennis. Thanks for popping in. Do you accept returns if the buyer doesn't like how the shoes fit? She says the sandal's pinched. I have buyer pays return shipping. So that would be they didn't fit. The buyer would say they didn't fit. So the buyer has to pay return shipping. I totally take that return. Buyer pays return shipping. They don't get refunded on the original shipping. They just get refunded on the sandal. So basically, your sandals come back to you and you just relist them, but you're not out of money. I have so many questions. Felix, you don't have any questions. You're just out there, out and about, hitting garage sales, estate sales. I know what you're doing. What are your questions? Come on in. And you get 25% coupon. Oh, yeah, $25 coupon for shipping supplies. I get a $50. I get a $50 because I spend more money on a store. Okay, let's do eBay now. eBay. So I've been pricing up just a little bit. Last night, I took some pictures. I know it's not that crazy, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You guys know me, just telling you what I'm doing. Peter Millar polo shirts that have some sort of pattern or whatever, but there's no golf course embroidery. I priced it up a little bit to $25 and it sold overnight. So maybe even like $27. Extra large Peter Millar Summer Comfort. I don't know. Just some thoughts. Just something to think about. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Cody. Surfing Gang question. Are you by chance familiar with Vintage? No, I don't know that brand, but I'm going to put it up here so people can see it. Found 3 pairs at Goodwill. I don't know that brand. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, $5 into 25 on eBay. And that was just a regular sell. I'll tell you if it's a promoted or if it's a nifty sale. I'll tell you if it's a promoted or a nifty sale. I've been watching people sell tons of Lululemon on whatnot. Do you think it's coming from China? I don't. I think it's legit Lulu. I can tell you this. So I obviously buy Lulu. I wear Lulu. They're made too much. Their outlet and made too much online has grown and grown and grown. So I just think they're making a ton of extra product that people aren't buying. And people are probably getting them wholesale. That's my guess. Lulu used to not do that. Almost everything at Lulu wasn't on sale. It would be like the odd size and odd colors stuff. But now they have a lot more. Still have one from last summer. Peter Millard, do you think it will do well? So, button-ups? I don't buy button-up Peter Millards unless they're summer comfort, and at that, they'll sell for like 20, 22 bucks. If they're cotton, I pass them up. Yesterday, I passed up 3. 1, 2, 3 right in a row. Found 2 Lulu shirts yesterday for $24.99 each. They're crazy. It's not going to happen. If retail prices are higher, our prices are also higher. Good job, Felix. You're right. You are right with that one. You are totally right. I know you promote on eBay. What about promoted closet on Poshmark? Thanks. Casey, I don't promote on Poshmark. I've heard promoting on Poshmark is more expensive to do. I don't do it. I just rely on Nifty doing all the shares and follows and all that sort of stuff. I had 11 sales on Poshmark in the last 2 days. My Poshmark, before that, over the weekend, I had 9 sales. So without promoting, my sales have been pretty good. I don't know if you use automation tool that does the sharing and all that, but give Nifty a shot. I have a free trial and 15% off your first month on searchthatfinds.com or in my bio, my link tree, everywhere. So give that a shot. But I do not promote on Poshmark. Lakeland, Florida, what's up? Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, where is it again? Where's Lakeland? I always talk about Lake City. I know where that is. Lakeland's kind of near the Tampa Bay area, right? Did you ever look into pre-loved partnership? You'd be a shoe-in. I looked at it last night. Seems easy peasy. No, I haven't. So the pre-loved partnership with eBay, I haven't. I should look that up. Yeah, I should look into that. I haven't. It's a good idea. I've been no excuses. No excuses. I'll do that. Casey, not worth promoting on Poshmark. Nifty does all the work for you better than promoted listing. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. So that's why I'm going to keep on doing it. Nope. And another one, no promo on Poshmark. I can't get my Lulu to sell. I feel like I should take it back to the store for credit. Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you guys don't know, you can take I think mostly pants or whatever into Lulu and they give you $15 credit. So if you wear it, it's good for the personal. But yeah, Lulu it has to be like a newer style. It has to be substantial, men's, whatever. Sold a CC Filson fishing vest for $100 last night. It's going to Australia. Let's go, Kim. What's up, Kim? Yeah, CC Filson is so good. Kim knows that. She's been around for a long time selling stuff. Let's see. April last year was my best month with $4,400 profit. But I'm down this year so far. Okay, we still have half a month to go. But there are always ups and downs. Always ups and downs. Maybe May will be better than last May, right? If you want to. What's up, nice comps? If you want to, if you can, list. You want to try to make it better than last year or as good? List as much as you can between now and the end of the month. I find like that Peter Millar, when I list stuff, it sells pretty quickly. Let's go. What are you doing up so early? Aren't you in Texas? Aren't you in Austin? But good for you. Good for you. Early bird gets the worm. This is my full-time RVing account trying to grow. I heard that, Kim. Yeah, I saw that. I followed you back on there. Followed you back. Thanks, guys. I have Nifty. It's awesome. Just starting promoting through eBay and checking on other platforms. Perfect. Yeah, great. That's why we have a lot of people in here. people who have this similar answers that I do. But it's good if people have different opinions too. Which cruise line did you use and do you recommend? Piece of scrap. What's up? Okay, so I've been on Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Disney. And Disney's really expensive. I probably don't recommend that, especially if you don't have kids. Royal Caribbean's a little bit more expensive than Carnival. They have some really big ships, really cool. I would say with Carnival, best bang for buck. But the key with Carnival is you got to get on one of the newer, bigger ships. The older ships are dated, and you're going to see that in the price. You're going to be like, oh, these are priced really well. They're dated. You kind of get what you paid for. The newer ships have a lot more going on for them. More food offerings, better shows. So it definitely depends on the ship. There you go. You got it. Mushroom Lover agrees with those tactical pants. Bundle your Lulu up. Sometimes it really helps. There you go. Another mushroom. Morning, you always inspired me to listen more. Audra always inspires me to get women's clothing. She bought something from K-Way Shop for $15 and sold it for I think $70 or 70 something bucks. K-Way Shop's Whatnot the other day, which is pretty crazy for a Ralph Lauren piece. We prefer Royal for the rock climbing walls and the flow rider. My teens are all about those things on board. Yeah, for sure, Dre. I have a feeling we'll end up going that route. We're going on another cruise in June. It's my friend's 50th birthday. We were going to go to Hawaii, but we're going on a cruise. Same ship, but just a sister ship of the one I went on. So same setup. But yeah, Royal Caribbean's definitely in our future. I want to go on one of the big ones, like the Epic of the Seas, something like that. These are Twisted X shoes. So a lot of times you're just going to see that little symbol of the X right there, Twisted X, and I actually Google Lens these with that, what do you call that? Not tensiling. What do you call that with the leather? Tooling, with that tooling on the top. I Google Lens these and they popped right up. Sold these for $29. I bought them for $7. Sold them for $29 on eBay, bought them for $7. These are going out in a priority box. Considering Princess Cruise as well. Yeah. So Celebrity, Princess, Holland American, all good cruise lines. But if you have kids, I don't recommend those. If you're adults, those are all good. And the Virgin Cruise by Richard Branson, that's a good one. It's only adults. But those are good cruises. Princess, Celebrity, and Holland American if you don't have kids. A little bit better food too. Following Ladybug Travels on TikTok. She's cruising for a year of Royal and Carnival. Wouldn't that be amazing to cruise all year? I mean, if you had the personality, you could do it. You could just vlog. And if you could make, well, it'd be tough, but you could do it. If you could make like, 2,000, 3,000 a week vlogging, you can cruise all year. Cruise all year. You can do a cruise a month if you're a good vlogger and do like YouTube and all that stuff. TikTok. I'm not that good. I love cruises. Me too, Mushroom. I love cruises so much. And to be honest, a lot of times on a cruise when we get back, I'm like, I'm good. You know, I was good. We'll go on the next one and whenever. I'm super excited to go on another one in like less than 8 weeks because it's just my wife and I. So I love my kids, but it'll be a nice, different experience. Sure's going to retire on a cruise ship. Oh, for sure. I'm going to retire. My mom talks about it all the time. Just retire on a cruise ship. It's probably cheaper than a nursing home. All your food's there, all that stuff. Yep, no kids. There you go. A lot of those new, like Norwegian, those have kids. Those are like an in-between. Celebrity and Princess and Holland American, really good without kids. I also been on one Holland American, by the way. What's up, Tam? Kids are grown, prefer kidless cruises. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Okay, what I do with this one? Ground Advantage. So these are the Mountain. I know you guys have seen this brand before. The Mountain t-shirts. I don't normally pick these up. These were $1.99 a piece, maybe $2.99 a piece, one or the other. They switched the t-shirt prices. But I put a lot of 6 together, and they sold for $69.99, full asking price. They're a size 3XL. They have graphics on them. So this is an example of a lot. I paid, so that would mean I paid, I don't know, let's just say $15 to make it simple. Paid $15 and sold it for $69, lotting them together. Much easier. My pictures weren't even that great. I'm done with tax season. Back to reality. Let's go. Yeah, tax season sucks. No one likes tax season. Except for people like teachers, like Felix's wife or my wife, because, well, not anymore, but they used to get money back. Not anymore. Thanks to me. Thanks to Felix. Price everything at $69. I can't do that. That would be copyright infringement on K-Way Shop. Can't do it. Thanks, Kim, for the roses. Yep, so many mountains. They don't sell for as much as a year ago, but still pick up. Cost of goods is low. Yeah, I know you pick most of your stuff for $1. But yeah, charity. These were like $1.99. In the size 3XL. I just knew I'd pick them up and lot them up. If it was just one, I wouldn't pick them up. I used to actually pick these up for Bearded. He used to say, anytime you find a 2XL, pick them up. So, but these were 3XL. These were 3XL. Yeah, I picked those up all day. Yeah, especially a lot of them together. See you doing a lot of Whatnot too. See lots of people trying Whatnot, which is good. Try different things. Hopefully Nifty gets that Whatnot app or Whatnot crosslister soon. They can crosslist, like, I don't know, like I'd love to just crosslist all my women's clothing. It's good stuff. Just get rid of all of it. Just start over. Morning from Detroit. What's up, Detroit? Found a double RL button for $6. Let's go. Sold for $150. Yeah, double RL. I'll say it all the time. People collect double RL too. So people will go back and look for certain pieces. It's just such a great brand. Such a good following for that brand. How do you word the listing when you lot? What I did with this, and what I do isn't the right thing. It's just what I did. I put men's lot 6, the Mountain Nature Animals t-shirt 3XL. That's what I put. You can go to my eBay if you want and see that. Don't forget, if you're new in here, you go to surfsupfinds.com. You can check out my eBay store. Let me show you real quick. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, if you just go to surfsupfinds.com, there's nothing here other than you get your Nifty free trial, that $15 off, Whatnot, my eBay store where you can go and just look at my items that I've sold and see how I do things or whatever, and then the Amazon products I use. Venmo's on there for like local sales type stuff. I love tax season because people always have disposable income to spend on eBay. That's true. Angry. And I always feel like that's at the beginning of tax season. I feel like all my teacher friends, they were quick about getting those taxes done when we used to taught. When I used to teach. When I taught. Sirs, can you touch base on what you do for washing thrifted clothing? Do you wash everything? Just things with sweat? All right. So, and mustiness. Yeah, Cody. I wash probably less than 1% of my items. If I'm taking pictures of 100 items, there might be one. For example, yesterday I was taking pictures and there's a polo shirt and it has a big either grease mark on it. It's a black shirt. It's a grease mark, or sometimes they spray our stuff with like a smell good. It could be that. So I'll just spray that, hit that, and wash it. 1 out of every 100 items. When I'm thrifting, I can tell if something smells or not. Our Goodwills are really good about not putting stuff out that smells like smoke, stuff like that. This person, I thought they were replying. Okay. There we go. Sales slow this month, so adding a promotion. We'll try for a month and see. Yeah, Erica, it's all about just trial and error, right? You can try a sale, try coupons, try promoting higher, whatever you can do to get the sales in. But also go back. If you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I posted a picture of These shorts I'll show you in a little bit, and how I used to price them at $23.99 and they always sold. And then the last year, they just weren't selling. I had them priced too high. I was used to pricing them high. Love the slammers. Love the slammers. This view is better, y'all. For TikTok. Oh, you came over. Okay, I got you. Yes, good item was promoted at 10%. There you go. All right, next item. Let's do this. Next item was another one of these Nike shirts that sold for $21.99, sold via promoted listing. This one is not new with tags. Remember, I need to go back in and recalculate the shipping on these. I have them too heavy. And I'm wondering, I'm like, why? Usually these sell pretty quick, especially this time of year. I know that's why. It's probably an extra $3 or $4 to ship. This is going to Colorado, which is cool. All right. Next item is a pair of 511 Tactical. You guys have been, if you've been watching my lives, I bought maybe like 4 of these, all size 34. Even though they're used, I listed one in quantity of 4 because they were all in like the same condition. $17.99 on these. Easy peasy. Good morning from North Georgia. What's up, North Georgia? Walton. What's up, Walton? I hate finding stains or imperfections while photography. I know, Mother Teresa. It's like, I mean, they're so... I have a little trash can by my shipping station or my photography station, and there are clothes in that trash can. I'll put it up there and see huge pit stains or whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I am not risking my feedback for some stuff like that. It's a waste. Just forget about it. Do you fill in the tags on Nifty? No. So when I cross list, I'll share the screen with you guys. I'll just show you exactly what I do. So here I'm on Nifty. I'm going to go to my inventory. I just put in some stuff when I was laying in bed last night. So these are not cross-listed. But yeah, when I cross-list, I don't. I just click that and click this. I don't enter in anything else. And you see I have plenty of sales. So you can put like the original price on Poshmark, all this stuff. As long as this lights up green, then everything's pretty much good to go. I haven't had any issues with sizing or pricing or anything like that. Every once in a while that won't be lit up green, and then I'll have to go back in and look like what didn't do it. But yeah, so there you go. Just cross-listed all those FootJoys over there. That's what it looks like when I cross-list. You can see exactly what I do. Crazy. When washing, here's a good piece of advice. When washing clothes, use scent-free items or detergent. Finally got my photo board made. Now I need to get it hung on the wall. There you go. I saw actually some good pictures of just someone with a whiteboard in the background and like a nail on the wall. Just good lighting, and they just hung everything. They had a wide hanger, kind of like Trisha's hanger, but it wasn't hers. And the photos just look fine. They look great. What's up, Nick? Sometimes I'll go to photography, take a picture of a shirt. It looks like someone rolled in dirt and sweat. How'd I miss it in the store? I don't know, Nick, because your stores in Chicago are so cutthroat that you probably don't even have time to look at the clothing when you pick it up. At least the store I met you at. Oh, hey, Casey. I watched you in KOA when you did the Q&A. I learned about Photo Room, and it has saved me so much time. Thank you. Been using Canva. It was taking forever. There you go. Photo Room. So there's a piece of advice for everybody. Photo Room. Glad you got something out of that. If someone can get one person gets one thing out of any live, that's what matters. Okay. So don't hate on me for this. These are some Brooks running shoes. They were my personal, but you know what I do? Right before the tread is really, really worn out, I list them for cheap. These sold for $20.70 on eBay. That was a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. And that means in my mind, instead of just like throwing them away or donating them, I get $20 off my next pair of shoes. That's how I look at it. I know it's goofy, but I mean, let's be honest. Most of us resellers are kind of cheap, right? So That's how we look at things. I'm going to put these in a poly mailer. I'm going to wrap them up and then put them in a poly mailer. I made a homemade giant hanger. Yeah. I think Rally Roots did that too. A homemade giant hanger. Yeah, totally. You can do that. Let's put this in a poly mailer. All my tennis shoes now go in poly mailers. All my tennis shoes now go in poly mailers. No reason not to. Especially if they're just tennis shoes. Nothing's going to happen to them. But the good news is this person gets to smell my feet. Yum. Yum. So you want to buy some, you want to know what my feet smell like, buy some of my used shoes, guys. It's not weird or anything, right? You should wrap your shoes in plastic wrap so they can resell them for more. They can resell them for more, Felix, and I won't care. Felix, did you owe taxes or did you get taxes back this year with your wife? Just curious. Felix's wife, Felix and I have thrifted together, friends. And his wife's also a teacher. So we kind of are in the same, and he has 2 kids. This is a medium, which doesn't make any difference, but this is a Brooks Brothers linen shirt. So I felt it was linen right away, and then I always look to see if it has that McNutt blend, which is like, it's just a company who makes linen, and clothing brands like Polo Ralph Lauren, J. Crew. I don't know if Polo does, but J. Crew and Brooks Brothers use that linen to make their shirts and materials. That sold for $22.99 full asking price. What's up, Caleb? Caleb, you saw me in your whatnot last night. I pre-bid on that Luka Doncic jersey. If that was my size, I would have probably gotten it, even though I'm a huge Pacers fan. That's why I put Tyrese over Luka. Obviously, we know the real deal, but I can't. I'm a Pacers fan. Oh, we got to talk more too. But I put in a pre-bid. I didn't get it. It was too big for me, 2XL. But are you a Cavs fan? I know you live near Cleveland. You're in Canton, right? Are you a Cavs fan? Because we beat you 2 times out of the last 3 games we had. Just saying. I know you're the number 1 seed, or number 2, number 1, whatever. Trying to source shirts online since I can't find near me. Brittany, Caleb sells. He had a whatnot last night. You could have sourced stuff from his whatnot and made money. There were a couple things that I saw when I was watching it, and there's no doubt in my mind it could have made money. Just like that jersey. I think it sold for $40. Probably sell that thing for 70 or 80. I think I got the tutorial from Rally Roots on that. Yep, on that hanger, probably. Once you try out Brooks, On Cloud, Ultras, etc., your late 20s and 30s, you can't go back to Nikes. Yeah, it sucks. Honestly, Nick, my kid thinks I'm a loser because I wear Asics. And when I used to teach PE, my students, they were special needs. They didn't care what shoes I wore. But like other kids that would be in the gym that were high school kids, they'd be like saying stuff about my Asics. But Asics are cool again, just like the real tattered ones. Whatever, right? Lakers in 5, Javi. I think the Lakers should be good too. LeBron just flips a switch. Trust me, I know. He smoked us when he was with the Cavs. He smoked us when he was with Miami. He just flips a switch and you're done. Yes, you did catch a live again, Flipper. They want to know how the baby is, Caleb. How is the baby, the newborn? Yeah, how is the baby? That was a sweet jersey. We actually got a Luka Doncic jersey for my son for his birthday. That and a Zach Edey because we went to Purdue. $100K in income last year, got $160 back. Gone to the days of $2,000 refunds. I'm adulting now. I know. Dang. I know. I owed. Sucked. I owed more than what I thought I would this year. It sucked, but I guess it's because you make money, but boo. Boo, boo, boo. Gone are the days of getting refunds back. I owed $5K. That's pretty much chased what I owed. A little bit more. But what's up, Kayla? But the good thing is having 2 kids, having my wife as a teacher while they take taxes out of hers, it always helps. We would have owed probably a lot more. Kayla's over here with 3 kids. They probably got like $50,000 back. Hopefully your anniversary was good. I could tell by Wayne's pictures it looked good. Funny thing yesterday, I don't know if you saw Wayne last night. Real quick, I'll pack these while I talk about it. These are Brunelli Cucinelli. I got these at a mom pop thrift store for $8 $8 or $9, something like that. They're 100% wool. They sold for $160. So that was a home run. Okay, so last night, last night, Wayne was on live, and he was saying, I just came back from, it was yesterday he was on live. The night before, him and Kayla celebrated at a hotel their anniversary. I'm just telling you what I saw. He posted in his stories, drink after drink after drink after drink after drink, and buckets of drinks. And yesterday on live, he's like, yeah, I just didn't feel good today. Yeah, and I've been burping all day. I just don't feel good. I'm like, dude, you're hungover. He's like, no, I'm not hungover. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Don't lie. There is minimal water intake. Kayla, like, does that dude just have to make excuses? Does he just have to make excuses? All right. Brunella Cucinelli. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's the brand. Oh, shoot. That's the brand right there. Brunella Cucinelli, whatever, however you pronounce it. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I missed you when you use your crosslister. Hippie Dog Designs. You can go over to Facebook or YouTube and rewatch this. This will be on later. This will be saved on later. You can go to YouTube or Facebook, and it's probably at like the 30-minute, 28-minute mark, something like that. Old man gets hungover quick, and he's Irish too. You wouldn't think that of an Irish person. Cuts by the cloth. Cuts. These don't sell for as much, but I'll still pick them up here and there. I probably need to quit because they're just the pants sell really well. The shirt's not as much. This is a Henley. It sold for $14.40 via promoted listing. So that was a nifty sale and promoted listing, and I bought it for $5. So it didn't make much on that shirt at all, but I didn't lose money. I got a sweet pair of shorts from his show, from Caleb's show. Let's go. Jersey sells for over 100. I will sell out by the playoffs start, my guess. Oh, for sure. And I thought about it, Caleb. So you probably already know this. So Caleb got the Luka Doncic jersey out an outlet. And so when people get Nike or Adidas stuff in that they order online, let's say hype shoes or jersey that sold out and everything else, you can return it to an outlet store for money, right? If it doesn't fit or you don't like it, you can return it. I know that because I used to get hype shoes every once in a while and return them to Nike, and they'd be like, yeah, we get these and we'll just put them out. So that's my guess with that jersey. What's Caleb's handle? Caleb, they want to know your handle on maybe on Whatnot. Asics are hot with streetwear now. I know, but not the ones I wear. I wear running Asics. They're hot with the old man Asics, surprisingly enough, are cool. Yeah, I'm a Cavs fan and hopefully see you in the playoffs. No, you'll probably choke and we'll beat you. No, I'm just kidding. You guys got that real aggressive dude on your team, right? Isn't that you guys? Or is that's the Pistons? Maybe. Didn't you guys get in trouble the other day? Just saying. What's up, Jens? Krista, what's up? All right. I thought the same thing as a kid. I got so much more comfortable, especially when you're doing on your thrifting all day long. Baby is good, Caleb says. Yeah. So same with me, Nick. When I was teaching PE, my knees started hurting, and I got I figured out I had like the roll. What do you call that? Pronation, and so I had to get shoes with support. I know I could get inserts, but I just got shoes with support because I'm an old man and my knees stopped hurting. Good morning. Bought a great polo shirt with golf embroidery from Crooked Stick. Got home and realized the course closed. Wicked Stick? I don't know Wicked Stick. How would you look at the value? Less because it's closed? Yeah, I'm not sure. If it's just a local golf course or not a PGA, it's not going to be anything. It's going to be just as much as an open one, probably. People are probably just going to buy it for the brand and the look. I've owed quite a lot if I hadn't kept all my receipts and tracked my mileage. Business expenses as a tax deduction. Really important to claim everything. I use the H&R Block every year. It is. Can't stress that enough. If you guys are a reseller and you're starting out, you're going to have taxes next year or quarterly, whichever one you choose. And you got to claim everything, guys. There's so much. You're literally giving money away. I don't want to say throwing it away. Some people will say throwing it away to the government, but you're giving money away if you don't take those deductions. Bucket of Drinks toured with the Fountains of Wayne 1 year. Oh, did you? How about that? Love your videos, very helpful. Thanks, Ashley. Hopefully they are. Plan to make more. I'm gonna probably do a haul video this Friday. So if you guys want to know some new brands, stuff like that, I'll probably do that. Old man looking for tennis shoes are definitely in for women. I know, ugly. I don't get it. Used to be the Nike Monarchs. Isaiah Stewart in Detroit is the guy fighting everywhere. Okay, that I thought it was somebody around close by. Don't forget credit card interest. There you go. Credit card interest, home insurance, all that stuff. Cass fan here too. Let's go, Casey. I'm sorry, but we're all enemies now. As soon as the playoffs are over, we'll be good. But right now, we're not friends. Unless we, you know what, we can be friends unless we play each other. If you sell a car that you use only for reselling, it makes a really big deduction. Did you do that last year, Felix? Did you get a new car? Did you get a new car? Big old box, Amy D. That one's for you. Has some Ariat boots. Ariat boots. I don't even remember where I bought these. I just know I didn't spend a ton on them, or I wouldn't have bought them. They sold for $60. Ariat boots, $60. Thank you. What I'll do with those? I'll probably just put a bag around each one and then stuff them in this box. Stuff them. What's up, Ford? It's my boots in my box. And these are like 11 inchers. 11 inchers. And no one wants 11 inchers. Just started on Whatnot in February. Hit 1K followers. Let's go, Stacy. How are your shows? How are your shows? Are you doing well? Are you making the money you thought you'd make? You feel like there's still room to grow? Obviously, there's still room to grow for everyone always. But how are they going? How are they going for you? I've never lost money on a Whatnot. Never. That's I guess the important thing. I've never lost money on Whatnot. What's the percentage of household used for taxes? So the percentage of my house square footage, I forget what it is, but it's obviously this whole room. Part of my basement actually my whole basement. I have a partial basement. It's just this room and one room a little bit longer next door. So I use my whole basement because I have storage over there, and that's where my photo station is. I have some closets upstairs, stuff like that. Chris, Cass fan also. Am I going to be dealing with this? I'm a Pacers and Colts fan. That's the only thing I root for, guys. Pretty okay. I do vintage decor, clothing and jewelry. I do average about 2 shows a week. There you go, Stacy. Okay, so not just clothing. That's good to know. Because you know Whatnot has a ton of other categories, guys. A ton of other categories. And I can tell you this because Bearded does it. If you thrift a whole thing in costume jewelry and you don't have a big following on Whatnot or whatever, just start a show and make sure you put it in the costume jewelry section on Whatnot, and people will show up. Not your followers, just people. People who are looking for costume jewelry. These sold for $60, like I said. $60 on those. Next item real quick is a pair of Nike. I did pay up for these. I paid $20 for these Nike shoes. You guys see I've been selling a lot of shoes. It's because I put them in bins and then I just do them all at once. And I listed them while I was on the road. So I'm just selling tons of shoes, which really helps my average sales price. But these sold for $69.99. There you go, Felix. And yeah, I paid $20 for them. So I'll pay up, and that's that. These, I guess, are going to go out. Yes, these are going to go out ground. They are tennis shoes, but they're a little bit heavier duty. So I'm going to make sure I kind of do this. They're kind of aggressive on the bottom. I'll put them in a thing. No one wants 11 inches. That's what she said. I know. That's what she said. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe in any eBay conspiracy algorithm theorist, but I swear I've got that happen. I've had that happen, Ginger. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. So I'm seeing some more tax stuff. I'm telling you, if you just get a CPA or just put some research in, you'll find out there's a ton of tax incentives for you. A ton of them. And you're going to probably kick yourself next year because you forgot about it for this year. You didn't know about it for this year. There's so many tax incentives. It's just, that's the way it goes. Going from a 9 to 5, working for someone else, getting a W-2, then working for yourself. Very active, all chat, building my community. Very active in the chats all day, so build my community. Yes, that's also a good point. Whenever I'm in someone's whatnot and I talk, I always have people follow me. Who did the Pacers play the first round? Unfortunately, the Bucks. So not excited about that. But Damian Lillard is hurt, so I'm not happy that he's hurt. Not good for him, but good for our playoff chances. All right, next item. These are what I used to sell for $23.99 all the time. Now I've been selling them for like $18, $17. The last live I did, you'll see if you go back and rewatch it, I sold 3 pairs of these. These are Match Play Under Armour shorts, and they have the stretchy waistband. They sold for $18 via promoted listing. When did the Pacers win their last championship? Felix would say that. He's from Chicago. Shut up, Felix. Shut up, Felix. Do you have more than one eBay store? Nope. Just Surf's Up Finds. Nope. As someone who's seen Bearded in action, he looks over every single he buys at the bins. He's not just trying to pump junk because he has a following, which is highly respectable. Yeah, Nick. So eBay, you see him at the bins. I told him you need to go up to him and say hi. But yeah, he looks over everything. You don't want to get a bad reputation on whatnot or whatever, because that can hurt you quick. AKA Nicole State, right? Just want to make sure I catch up with everyone. How do you make sure not spending more on inventory than what you'll be making while growing your inventory? So I've been doing it a long time, but when I first started out, I made mistakes. I would buy J. Crew shorts just because I know J. Crew is expensive, but they didn't sell really well. Something you could do is go to my eBay store and look at my sold sales, and you can kind of see how much I'm selling stuff for, and then you can kind of think how much those items are where you are. Is it worth picking up or not? Helps if my wife's a CPA, Brian. It sure would. Hey, Sheriff, went to a vintage flea market near University of Maryland, the Terps, as a vendor last week. Second time as a vendor. Not the best because of weather, but willing to go for it again in a month. There you go. Yeah, always try new things. We have a lot of guys I talk to around here that are vintage guys. They do a lot of those flea markets and vendor stuff. I sold an Oshkosh on Posh. Cookie, what's up, Cookie? I sold an Oshkosh on Posh. There you go. What did Nicole State do? I don't know. Follow that Bad is Rad or Rad is Bad or whatever on YouTube. She'll tell you everything. It's like, get your popcorn out. These are Polo Ralph Lauren cargo shorts with the little things, the little side tassels. Always helps the value, but for some reason they just didn't do well. I think they're just not cool. They're not popular. The cool kids don't want them. They sold for $22.50. That was another nifty sale. Thank you, Nifty. Felix is the #1 gifter. Oh, Felix, you're so sweet. Felix, you're so sweet. And to answer your questions, the Pacers haven't won a playoff game since it was like the American Basketball Association, the ABA maybe, I think. We came close in the 90s. We came close in the year, I think, 2000. Didn't do it. Got these for free. Neighbor knows what I do. She said, hey, I'm not going to wear these anymore. I'd rather give them to you than give them to Goodwill. So thanks, Michelle, for that. Michelle gave me these. They sold for $22.99. Because she gave them to me, I got them for free. I priced them low. They are Dan Post boots. I priced them a little lower than market because I got them for free. So be it. Whatnot drama. I know, right? Or you can watch Rockstar Flipper. He's got all the scoops. I just know because I've seen it a lot. And she's got a bad reputation. She got kicked off Whatnot. That's all I know. That's all I know. Taco's reputation. Free is amazing. Free is amazing. I love it. I feel like if you just went around and could go to every house and say, "Hi, I'm Brad. I sell stuff on eBay, and if you have clothing and things, I'll come get it from you. You don't have to take it to Goodwill." I swear to God, there would be like a ton of people that would say, "Sure, come get it. I'll call you every time we have clothing that we're going to donate. I'll just give it to you." And then make videos on how bad Goodwill is. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, Vlad is rad. She did. Her full-time job is to put down Nicole, which I don't support. I don't know Nicole or anything. But yeah, to make your full-time job to bring down others, that's not cool. That's not cool. But it is interesting to watch some of it. It is interesting to watch some of it. The warehouse. The wardrobe. The wardrobe. So someone's going to resell that, guarantee it. Water. Wow, you're killing with the boots. In Wyoming, the thrifts have plenty of boots. Definitely will check them out. Yeah, boots have been selling. Shoes have been selling. I still have more shoes. I just listed them. I have suits to list. Blazers and suits. I don't want to do it. What's up, Shiat? What do you think about Jamble? Ask K-Way's shop about Jamble. Jamble doesn't have many buyers on there, and that means you're not going to get really good prices for your items. So that's what I say about Jamble. He built them up, and I roasted them down. We kept each other in business. For years, I was a stand-up comedian, and my brother was my motivational speaker. He built them up, and I roasted them down. We kept each other in business. There you go. That's true. I guess that's how you could do it. You know, I swear, Nicole, I still watch her on TikTok and stuff. I feel like she's like, okay, I'm going to play this villain card and make money because people can't stop watching me. Just saying that. I don't know. These sold for $23.99. These are Duluth Trading Inside Out shorts. These are Inside Out Duluth Trading shorts, but I sold them right side in. And they sold for $23.99. So some Duluth shorts, $23.99. Now, these are like a polyester blend, not cotton. No cotton in these. $23.99. Nick says, sell-through rate is very important. Sir, so I have about 30 blazers to take pictures and list. I'm in the boat with you. Brittany, it's the worst. My least favorite thing to take photos of are blazers and suits. Least favorite thing. But once you have them listed and they start selling them for 50, 70, 100, 130, it feels good. I bought a couple this week. Okay. So this guy bought all three of these. I had them listed at, I don't remember what I had them listed at. These are Todd Snyder, like sweater polos. Todd Snyder sweater polos. Got these for $5 a piece. There are three of them, all the same. I sold them for $60 each. So did really well with that sale. Another bundle. Give it to me. Give it to me. Are we having fun in here? What's up, fun with Trish? Yeah, we having fun. I mean, I'm having fun. I'd rather talk to you guys and do this alone. I bought from Nicole State and never had an issue with getting what I bought. There you go. Bought from Nicole State. All it takes is just a couple people, and that's it. You guys know how eBay is. You could get a couple people leaving you negative reviews or something or this or that, and it can hurt your eBay store. So we're going to fold these up, send them all out together, and these are going out priority. Okay, so might roll them up a little different. I'm going to put these in a shoebox. A little bit different. I should probably do them a little bit nicer, huh? Good morning, Beth. Momo, good morning. You'll still give it to me, Javi? Give what to me? What will you give to me? Love dry on the flies. They move so well. Yeah. So dry on the flies. are Duluth. This is an example of dry on the fly Duluth. They sell so well. Although these haven't sold yet. You probably put the belt the right way. Duluth dry on the fly. They're like a nylon blend Duluth. A lot of times they'll have cargo pockets, and you won't see any tag other than on that inside pocket. Dry on the fly, and you'll see them in pants as well. Pants and shorts. They do well. They do well. I'm just folding these a little bit nicer. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing with these. I'm kicking myself. I left Jose Banks' camel-colored cashmere and silk blazer at the thrift. The comps didn't look good, but I had a gut feeling and ignored it. Brittany, I don't pick up a lot of camel hair. It's kind of outdated for now, so don't kick yourself. Don't do that. There's no reason to hurt yourself. Let's see. Do you accept offers on eBay? Yeah, so like these shirts I had offers on. A lot of my items under like $25, I do not put best offer on. I price them at the low end of the market and sell them that way. So I don't put best offer on like Polo Ralph Lauren shirts or Under Armour shirts or Nike Polo shirts, stuff like that. I just price them at the low end of the market. And then I have them Nifty send out offers. I have them promoted on eBay. Now Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari, yeah, I do have offers sent out to me, but I don't always accept them, especially on those small items. When are you and Shelby? Fun with Trish. What are you doing? Do you have a new account fund? When are we going to Disney? Oh, man, I don't know. Hopefully this fall. I would go to Disney with you tomorrow if I lived in Florida. Yeah, that makes sense. You're welcome. I picked up Lost Horizon sweaters, new with tags at a yard sale this past weekend for $2. Checks sold comps, and they have been selling for 70 to 100 plus. I might sit on it until fall and winter. Worth it to me. Yeah, list it for now's a good time to see what they've sold for because you're looking at some of the winter months and list it at that much. And then just wait for the right person to come. That's what you want to do. I need to do better with just checking comps and sell-through rate. Yeah, definitely sell-through rate on those. Take the time to do it. Okay, you guys are talking. Always tell myself, no one cares what I think will sell. I just need to buy what eBay tells me to sell. For sure. Nick always coming in with the advice. Quote from Nick. I always tell myself, no one cares what I think I will sell. I just buy stuff what eBay tells me to sell. I don't remember you telling me this. My bad. Let's see. Greg got a Kju's shirt. Bought this retail arbitrage like last year. Bought them for $20. Sold it for $38. $38. What's up, Kingston? Whenever I see Kingston, I always think about Kingston Town. I made 2 sales per day average. The most sales I ever made with only doing 3 months is 8 items in 1 day. That's really good. For only doing, if you sell an item every single day and you've only been doing it for 8 months, it's good. 2 items a day. If I sold 2 items a day, I would want 200 items in my store. That's kind of what I'd be looking at. 200 items in my store. Unfollowed, whatever. What's up, Liv? Found a Kuji the other day. Not worth a ton, but Kuji is a Kuji. If it's a Kuji cable knit, Kuji is a Kuji. For sure. That's a good one. I've had this forever. For like the Sandlot. Forever. Live Strong, full zip sweater. It has a little like ember burn mark on it somewhere. Sold it for $16.99. Great. I would have given it away for $5 if I would have even remembered I had it. So this is going out. Great. Get it out of here. Honestly, it's not too bad, Jesse. I sell about, okay, you guys got it. I have 450 items total. Yeah. If you're selling 2 to 8 items a day, I think that's good. If you feel like you should be selling more, you've got to do more things to try to get those items to sell. Either better items, better pictures, better prices, promotions, all that sort of stuff. Last item on eBay before Poshmark is a pair of Abercrombie & Fitch New Tag blue pants. Kind of weird. Just a pair of blue Abercrombie & Fitch pants. They sold for $25, $24.99. And I bought them for probably $4.99 or $7.99. I don't know. Good morning, retired. What's up? What's up, Juan? Actually, I watched you. I think I watched you the other day. Were you on Monday? Were you on Monday? Or maybe the Monday before. I feel like I watched you. Ooh, these are going international. So I'll never see those again. Peace. Peace. All right, over to Poshmark. I sold on Poshmark. I sold some Danner hiking shoes that are women's. These are Gore-Tex. You want to look for Gore-Tex on anything. They do well. The tread's good. Vibram soles. These sold for, what I paid for these? I don't even know what I paid for these. Probably $7. These sold for on Poshmark 42. $42 on Poshmark. If they can fit in this padded flat rate, I'm going to send them in that. I'm on Mondays. All Mondays. That's what I thought. What's up, Meg? Yes, I do all that. Okay, good. Well, you're doing the right things. You're doing the right things. So I just keep watching you, Brad, and listening to Nick's advice. And you'll be going to great places soon. Oh, there you go. Just keep watching, Brad. I don't know, Cookie. You think watching me takes you to great places? I don't know. Those shoes are not going to fit in a padded flat rate. So I'm going to put them in one of these Tyvek envelopes. I'll try to do my best. Danner's a really good boot brand and shoe brand. Danner. That's actually my mom's maiden name. Danner, Danner boots. Really, really well. These are just hiking shoes. Here's the other pair of Danners I sold. I haven't packed them yet. Danner boots. Really good. You find that brand, even if they're in messy condition, still get them. Puzzle piece. Okay. I am going to tape these, though, being shoes. 3-inch packing tape's the best. I don't want to hear anything other than that. Don't want to hear anything other than that. 3-inch packing tape's the best. My Goodwill used Sharpie to price up shoes and coats. I can't usually get it off the bottom of the shoes, but I picked up a nice Relwyn coat for $8.99. Can't get it off the tag. Hoping to price it at $100. You'll get that $100 out of it. Don't worry about that on the tag. On the tag right here on the Relwyn tag. People who wear Relwyn are usually like hikers and outdoorsy. They want it for the quality, not for I would just sell it. You'll do just fine with that. Does anyone here sell on Depop? I don't have a crosslister app yet, so is it worth the time and effort to post there? I currently do eBay and Posh. Okay, Festive. I have Depop. I sold 1 on Depop over the last 2 days and 3 on Mercari. And then 11 on Poshmark and 29 on eBay, something like that. But Festive, so you're on eBay and Poshmark. Do you have something that sends out offers and does automation? If you don't want to sell on Depop or you need to get a crosslister. Let me just say, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to get Nifty. I'm not just saying that. I'm just telling you right now, get Nifty. This right here, it's your crosslister. It does all your shares and relist on Poshmark, all your automations, all your offers on eBay. I'm telling you right now, you'll make more sales. Trust me. Go to sourceupfinance.com and click on that right there. Free trial. Go do that, and you won't regret it. Cover the black Sharpie so it's black blob, not the price. Blended says, what's up, Blended? Blended says cover the black Sharpie with the black blob. So maybe if it's $8.99, just circle it so it's like 3 little ovals. 3 little ovals. That's not a bad idea, Blended. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I agree with you. Cookie. Nick's always got good advice. Good morning, Richard. What's up, Richard? I ain't rich. Have any Matchbox or vintage postcards? I look for find those vintage postcards can flip really well. Yeah, when I used to do estate sales with my dad, I've sold so many postcards. The ones I really looked for were like Native American postcards, all sorts, Halloween postcards, any of those postcards, postcards with old cities that were like Anchorage or places like that always did really well. I never had good luck selling matchbox or like matchstick packets or boxes or whatever those are. I've been selling on Depop and Mercari, and Shocking too. There you go. What's up, Wax and Tartans? Depop is okay for me. There you guys go. I'll let you read that. 2 lives in my first week back. Yeah, I know. Let's go. I'm telling you, let's go. And this is another good right here. These are all good brands. Danner, Thorogood, Chippewa, Red Wing, Ariat, Justin, all good boots. Those are boots also that you'll probably see. I could say Lucchese and boots like that, but you're just not going to see those very often. And there's another piece of advice from Nick. Sorry if I missed your guys' comment. Add in one font or add in one in front of the $18.99, or add in, if it's a row one, add in like a 7, $78.99. $78.99. All right, these are Tuck shoes. These are a brand of shoe that I do like to pick up. I found them more than once. They have this pretty big platform on the bottom, and you'll usually see like a skull and crossbones. TUK, Tuck. I feel like they're an English brand. These sold for, how much do you sell for? Tuck, $34. $34. They're going in a priority box. Remember, they're going out priority. What's up, Southern? What's up, Mac? Mac, I was driving through your neck of the woods. Last week. The whole state of Georgia, from top to bottom. That's a long state. There you go. Can't stress how useless Posh is without a bot to send offers. Agreed. Can you tell me where to find the option to custom label for listing? It's because I don't have an eBay store. So Tiffany, I actually don't do custom label for listings. You're talking about for your inventory? I don't do that because I have all my inventory in like item bins. I don't do custom labels or custom SKUs or whatever. What's up? I'm crazy. What's up? I'm trying not to. Sold a pair of Echo golf shoes for $50 that I just listed an hour ago. Get that golf stuff listed for sure. Thanks for Hannah. I have so many golf clubs to clean. Just waiting for a decent day to do that. I just clean them outside. I put them in the sun, and then I'll take pictures of them, list them all in one day. I do Facebook Marketplace. I don't mess with shipping on golf gloves. I don't do that. Found a wool and cashmere Grayson for $7. It retailed for $298 2XL with a sold out colorway. Dang. My neck of the woods, huh? You do any thrifting here? No. My wife wouldn't let me stop and thrift. No. Let's talk Grayson. Women's Grayson. Here's a women's Grayson quarter zip. There's nothing on the outside that says Grayson. There's no wolf other than on the very back. There's this little bitty Grayson right there, but there's no wolf. I still picked it up because it's really nice quality. Usually I don't pick up women's golf stuff, but it sold for $20, right? Grayson, yeah, sold for $20. They look like Rothy's on steroids. They do. Cookie. Yeah, Tuck shoes look like Rothy's on steroids, 100%. Bought a 3XLT polo rugby shirt for $10 and sold on an international buyer for $150 plus shipping. Dang! Was it the rugby brand, Aaron? Polo Ralph Lauren or Ralph Lauren Rugby? Those do so well. They don't make that anymore, by the way. Appreciate you and your energy, knowledge, and willingness to share and assist others. For sure. That's what I'm here for, Kingston. All about it. Hopefully I have energy for the rest of my life, right? You'd think the kids would take it out of me. But I have been exercising every day. It's been 2 days. Today's going to be the 3rd. Let me see. All right, heading out to hunt. All this talk's making me itch. Great watch as always. Hey, best of luck to you. Get some good stuff, Wax and Tartans. Hope you get some Polo Ralph Lauren tartan blazers. All right, Cabela's pants, new with tags. I got 4 of these, so they were super easy to list. All of them were the same size. This one sold for $22. $22. Going to put it in padded flat rate envelope because it's going out. Got to get to work. Hope everyone has a great day. You too, Southern. You too. Mac Attack, actually, these are going to go into a Tyvek envelope. Tyvek. How many orders you packing up? 11 Poshmark. I think it was 29 eBay. I never put that down. 3 Mercari, 1 Depop. That's 48 hours. That's not a day. That's 2 days. 48 hours, like 40-ish items, just over 40-ish items. And I didn't list it all on Monday. Yesterday I listed, and today I'll be listing a lot more. But I'm trying to thrift a little bit every day right now. Next item. You guys can't come into a show without me selling Polo Ralph Lauren button-up shirt, button-down shirt, collars button down. Polo Ralph Lauren button-down shirt sold for $20. You guys know the deal with that. Wolfman, hope you have a great day too. But that's how many orders we're packing. And $9.25. $9.25. All right. Next item. This brand right here is called Tag Safari. TAG. That's what the tag looks like. Tag Safari has this pew-pew shoulder right here. So if you have a shot pew-pew, that's what that's for. This sold for $30. $30 on Posh. These are all Poshmark sales. All these are Poshmark. Take us on your thrift today. I know. I don't know what my thrift will look like today. It'll probably be like go to the post office and hit a couple thrift stores. B Cruise. Would there ever be a situation where you picked up a polo button up for $7? Yeah, if it's like a 3XLT, if it's a bigger than 2XL, there's a chance I'd pick that up for $7. I can tell you this too. If there were 50 of them for $7 a piece, I would pick all those up. But yeah, it'd have to be a bigger size for me to pick it up for $7. So that $2 difference, unless it's a gingham check. If it's a gingham check, I'd pay $7 too. So that just that check pattern that looks like a tablecloth at a picnic. Those two. Rock Revival jeans, shorts, women's. Found these in one of the bin totes. These sold for $35. $35. Thought I'd get more for those, but the comps said no. Like Nick said, comps told me no. Come here, we'll be more and more supportive. Yeah. It's common for people to not see the vision in selling people's old clothing for money. At the core, oh, are you okay? You guys are talking about maybe husbands and wives and all that stuff. So Wayne's the same way. If Kayla's still watching this, she knows. My wife wasn't. She wasn't like on board with reselling, and I think Kayla too. But once they start seeing the money and that it's consistent, then they're like, "Oh, that's paying for a vacation. Oh, that keep doing that. That's good." And the consistent is in like you're doing it for a while, like you're doing it for a year. Like this isn't going away, you know. Bring them on here and be like, can they really do it? I'll say, yeah, they can really do it. They can do it. These are some Hokas, another pair of shoes. Remember, been cleaning shoes. Hokas, these sold for $36. Sold them for $7. Bought them for $7. Hokas, bought them for $7, sold for $36. They were probably a little bit dirty. Probably why that happened. This is going in a Tyvek envelope. A little bit too big for a padded flat rate, and they're just too small for a box, so they're just right for a Tyvek. Get these free from the post office, guys. Get all your USPS products free from the post office. You just have to make sure you send them out that way. So I cannot send this out ground. Many of you know that, but there are always new people. I put out a video or a short or something, and they're a new follower, maybe from yesterday or whatever. So This is a Levi's, vintage Levi's, kind of weird. Has that banded collar, and it has these horn button snaps, new with tags. But got it for $5. Sold it for 33. 33. It's kind of odd, obscure, whatever. But it's hard for me to pass up new Levi's stuff, especially when I'm paying $5 for it. You know what I mean? Ethan Bakes will clean your shoes for 100 pennies. Okay. I'll let him clean my shoes for 100 pennies. Come on, Ethan. All of them. Ethan's in Hawaii right now, actually. Ethan's in Hawaii. 2 more Poshmark items. One of them is a tie. It's just a Vineyard Vines tie with golf tees on them. Little golf tees and golf balls. I buy these for, depending on the store, some are 99 cents or $1.99. And I sold this for $18 on Poshmark. So this little tie is going to go out in a padded flat rate. How many items do you have in my store? I'm right at I cannot get over like 1,100. It's like 11. I mean, I can't get over 1,200. So it's always 1,100 something in my eBay store. But then I cross-listed on Poshmark, Depop, Mercari. I could get over it if I just listed more, but I list what I can. My cost at the bins is usually $1.66 per item. Oh my gosh. So you can price that at the bottom and sell items you can't sell paying regular thrift prices for. Yeah, Nick knows when you're buying stuff at the $1.66 per unit, per item. So many things sell at $15 or $16 that we don't normally pick up. So many. J. Jill. I was just talking to someone yesterday. J. Jill. I mean, Chico's, Levi's jeans, Lucky jeans, all that stuff. If you can buy it for under $2, guys, you make a full-time living in a heartbeat. These are Prana shorts. They sold for $25, and I paid $3.99. How was vacation live? Vacation was good. Got the tan, ate a lot of ice cream, ate a lot of food. Just say I didn't hold back. I don't drink, so I don't have to worry about that, but I didn't hold back from all that sort of stuff. How do you get to the point where you're able to have an eBay store where you are, we actually talked about this earlier. I know you weren't here, but when you are listing more than what you get for free on eBay. So your insertion fees start to add up to more than what an eBay store would cost. You're listing so many items that your insertion fees are $50, but you can get a store for $25 and get all those insertion for free. So you're paying $25 instead of $50. So you're looking at getting a store maybe. That's it. How many items do I list a week roughly? Between 70 and 120. I know that's a big difference, but like throughout the year, I do 10 to 20 items a day type of deal. I buy a good chunk of my stuff at the bins for $1.29. So I take pretty much any offers on any items. There you go, Running Yahoo. I might need to go to the bins more often. I might need to go to the bins more often. All right, guys, that's it. Everything's packed. As always, appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully you learned something new. The brand tag, maybe. Hopefully you learned some new brands. Danner boots, those are great. That's it. I will see you guys at the next